going to explain the different styles of food service followed in food service establishment. Food service establishment is a place where the foods are prepared and served. Different types of food service establishments are there, and they are following different styles of services according to the menu prepared, planned and served. Based on this, two types of services can be categorized. The first one is self-service. In this, the guest can come to the counter and collect their food which they choose. The next one is waiter service. In this waiter service, the foods and beverages are served to the guest by the waiter alone. The waiter go to the customer's table and serve the food in which they have ordered. Before enter into the topic in detail, I'll make you clear few terms. The first one is food service establishment. As I already told, food service establishment is some people are taken it as a business. It can be of two types. The one is commercial and another one is non-commercial. In commercial aspects, the food service establishment, it's run on profit base, whereas in non-commercial one, it is service oriented. Whatever the establishment may be, the food is prepared and served to the public. The next one is host. Who is a host in a restaurant? In a restaurant, the host is a person who plan, prepare and organize an event and manage entire thing till the customers enter the place and leave the place. The last one is platter. A platter is a large dish plate where multiple foods such as main dish, starters or main additional courses can be taken in a plate. It's a large dish plate. It can be taken and served to the customer according to their numbers. We are going to see the different types of waiter services. The first one is English service, French service, American service, Russian service and Guardian service. Let's see one by one in detail. The first one is English service. It is also known as silver services. In this English services, the waiter served the food from the platter. Already I told the meaning of platter. In a large plate, the dishes are portioned and it is served to the customer from the right hand side using a fork or spoon only. For beverages, it should be served from the right hand side. And the clearances, after they consume the food plates has to be removed from the right hand side. The merits and demerits of silver service, that is English service, is for each person the service is personalized. For every customer, waiter has to be appointed and the customers will be highly satisfied as they are giving more importance. And from the waiter point of view, the waiters can exhibit their presentation skill to the customers that may add advantage in their appraisal list. The plate wastage will be less as the portion is served according to their need. The food wastage is very much reduced. Let's see the disadvantages. The service might be slow. Yes, the waiter have to serve if he start with the starter, means the starter should be served to all the customers in a table. So the services may be get delay and the seat turnover is also low. And as we are appointing more number of waiter for each table, the labor cost is high and we have to appoint only the skilled laborers. Number of staff requirement is also high. The next service is French service. It is also known as family service. Why it is called as family service means this service is mainly suitable when a family meeting or a banquet services is ready. The food is brought from the kitchen in a platter by the waiter and it is shown to the host. The host is the person who organized the program for that day. Once the waiter get approval from the host, the food is served to the other customers according to the approval from the host, and the food should be served only from the left hand side. Merits and demerits of this friend service is the service will be quick because once the host approved the menu, the food is served according to the order without the approval of the waiters. Sorry, not the waiter, customers. High level of skill is not required because we are serving. For example, we can consider this type of services we may see in our normal Indian wedding tables. Once the in charge, the marriage in charge person gives the approval, the waiters in the kitchen start serving all the dishes to the plate. Next, the labor cost is low as we are doesn't need any specially skilled person, and the seat turnover is also more because the services are continuously processing. So once the person get finished their meal, they can move on. So the seat turnover is also high. The plate wastage will be less, and we are serving according to the concession of the host. So the plate wastage is also be less. The disadvantages, when come to the disadvantages, personal services is the person who is serving doesn't need any doesn't have any skill. So sometimes the guest or the customers feel that they are not properly cured or not properly served like this. They may feel that's the one of the disadvantages. And even if the waiter having skill also, they doesn't have the opportunity to exhibit their talent, and while serving continuously and moving fastly, there might be a chances of more spillage, or sometimes the food may get charred as the service is continuously going. Some foods may get charred. Moreover, more area is needed for the table because we are serving at a time a large number of dishes, and the food may get cold. The next service is American style of services. It is also known as plated service. The name itself denotes plated. So in the kitchen itself, the kitchen staff portion the food items ordered by the customers and it is given to the waiter. The waiter role is just to display the or serve the dishes from the platter. So in this American service, the kitchen staff should be highly skilled and the waiter have to move clockwise while serving the plated foods, and it is suitable for the areas where the restaurant is very much busy, like coffee shops, restaurants, etc. This service is highly suggested. The advantage and disadvantages: the service is quick as the platter is ready from the kitchen itself. It is service. This service is very much fast, and one waiter can serve many guests at a time. Yes, the platter contains more number of plates, so at a time the waiter can serve more number of customers, and the waiter doesn't need any particular skills for that. So thereby the labor cost is also low, and we doesn't need any service equipment, special service equipment, as the items are prepared and plated in the kitchen itself. And the seat turnover is also high, and the kitchen staff only have the scope in this. When compared to the French and English services, the waiter can exhibit their skills, but in this American services, the kitchen staff can exhibit their talents. Disadvantages in the sense, personal attention is very less, because once the platter is carried on, the waiter served all the plates to the customers. They doesn't consider what the person need or not. If they order means they have to consume, like that. So the skill of waiter is also doesn't exhibit in this, and plate wastage is also more. If the person or the customer unknowingly orders some food means without seeing, as the food is prepared from the kitchen itself, plated from the kitchen itself, the customer may not aware of the food items means, and if they don't like it, they will reject or neglect that items. So in this way, more amount of food wastage will be there. And the chance of getting cold is also high, and the time and labor of kitchen staff is more. Yes, the waiter time is less, getting less, and the kitchen staff in the kitchen itself, he or she have to plated the items. For that they have to exhibit the culinary art also. So the kitchen staff time requirement is more. The next one is Russian service. It's also known as sideboard services. The name itself denote, and in the image also it is clear, a sideboard should be presented on the side of the customer's table. It is considered as an elaborative silver services. In this services, the food prepared in the whole form is taken in the sideboard, and it is shown to the customers, and it is served according to the wish of the customer. For example, if a whole grilled chicken is if the customer required any grilled pieces means, the whole grilled chicken part is placed in the side plate, and the customer can choose which part they required and how much size they required. The waiter exhibit the culinary skill by portioning it accurately and give it to the customers. Okay, and the food is served in the silver platter, and the remaining food is again taken to the sideboard, where special equipment is placed fitting to make the food warm. For each course of menu, a sideboard is placed. For one starter, a sideboard is separate, and for the main course and for the dessert, for each items or each dishes, separate sideboard is placed. This style of services is not currently practiced in recent times. The advantages and disadvantages is, it's highly cleared. Personal attention is given to each number of customers, and the services will be elegant and entertaining, because we are intaking what type of food and what way we need that food we are getting. So the customer feel very much happy and elegant. Guest satisfaction is high, and the waiter can also exhibit his carving skill and culinary skills, like way of presentation skill. They may highly exhibit. The presentation is automatically a very good thing. Disadvantages means, we need specific skill talent persons or talent waiter for each board. So the labor cost may high, and the seat turnover is also low, because the person, each customers have to choose their dish items, right? And the time taken for service also will be high, and the last guest or the last person in the table, if for a grilled chicken example, if the first person is taking the chest piece means, the next one and later on persons taking the leg piece means, the last final person have the remaining portions only. So that pieces that may not be that much attractive. So the last customers may not get fully highly satisfied with the presentation. The last one is guardian service. It is also known as trolley service. Again, the name itself denotes trolley. So in the image we can visualize a trolley is presented in the table, waiter along with the waiter, and have a note on this. Burning equipment is also presented in the trolley. In this Guardian services, the food items is partially cooked in the kitchen and it is taken in the trolley to the waiter, and there in front of the customer using the equipments, kitchen equipments, burner and gas cylinder, the food is cooked in front of the customers and it is served in an attractive way. So different types of trolleys are used in different restaurants according to their menu. In this services, the waiter have required specific skill. If they are serving the beverages, means we may see in movies and sometimes happen to see in the restaurants, the waiter may serve the beverages by rotating or throwing the bottles according to their skills. This may attract the customers in this Guardian services. The food is, after exhibiting the method of serving, the food is then served to the customers using the spoon and fork, and it is highly suitable or highly followed in a luxury 5-star and the rich hotels. Only they are following this type of Guardian services. Advantages and disadvantages. Personalized services given to the guest, so the guest will be highly satisfied, and the waiter getting the chance to exhibit their serving skill, and it is an effective tool for merchandising. So we are cooking the food in front of the customers according to their choices. So it's one of a business trick. This make the customers satisfied that they are eating their healthy food, and what food they are ordered is only they are getting. Likewise, the customers get highly satisfied. The revenue per cover will be high. The turnover is also will be high, as the charges for that item is also high. Disadvantages. We require highly skilled staff for each trolley, and the service will be low, and the table turnover is also less, and investment is high mainly for the service equipment. We have to concentrate more on the different, as we are going to present in an elegant manner, the service equipment should be seen to be rich, unique and presentable. And also we are using trolley, so the movement space should be more in order to avoid the congestion or traffic. Sometimes the accident may also occur while passing the trolley, or it may disturb the customer's table also. The cooking in the service area, as the food is partially cooked in front of the customers and it might be in a closed surfaces, the smell and flavor or odor from a food, particular food, may disturb the customers in the adjacent table. There might be more chances in that. So this may dissatisfy some of the customers. Let's come to the end. Food service establishments, the main objective is to provide different styles of food or different styles of menu in a different style of way. In addition to that, the food prepared should be in a prepared and served in a hygienic way. The food service operator, it's in the hand of the food service operator. They must understand what their customer is expecting from them, because this Guardian style of services, it not suitable for a town or city except rich places, except in a rich places. So the food service operator must decide the style of services according to their customers, and whatever the service may be, American, English, French and Guardian, the service should be presented in a hygienic and sanitated way. That will be the great success for their business. And as I already told, the style of menu should be chosen by the food service operator. He have to consider that the food service should be easy to operate, and they must get the customer satisfaction, and the service should be fast and efficient. Meanwhile, it should be cost effective. And finally, the customers should ensure the high standards of hygiene and safety, because the food service operator, they only know how the restaurant sizes should be. If the restaurant size is small, means the guardian or French service is not that much appreciated for those kind of hotels or establishments. So it's in the hand of the food service operator. They have to choose the style of menu and style of services according to their requirements. Thank you.